see you. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me. How are you, Petey?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I can't even imagine like days before going and filming Frozen Empire because it's like you're kind of basically diving into this world that like never stops growing and has such a big legacy. What are those kind of days like right before going on set for Frozen Empire like?
Oh yeah, it's always interesting with a project. You know, but this one for sure, there's nerves, but also so much excitement. Um, we were in London, seeing all the sets was so cool. Meeting everyone was scary. Like I was scared like a little bit to, meet all the iconic original Ghostbusters and everything, but they couldn't be kinder. Couldn't have been kinder. But yeah, it was a mix of nerves and excitement.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it lived up to everything, that I thought it would be or wished it would be. So
A
that was
hundred
cool.
percent. And I find it interesting. I mean, I feel like it might be the same depending on the project, but specifically with a Ghostbusters film, that kind of journey of like reading something in a script and then actually going and filming it really interests me because I feel like a lot happens before you go to camera and everything.
Yeah.
What was that like? What was that journey for you specifically, kind of the from script to screen with Ghostbusters?
All right. And then the added layer of, the fact that I was like a ghost, like wondering how is that going to work.
Yeah.
Um, so I was just excited to see what they were. I feel like sometimes I'm like, I have the coolest job in the world. I'm so lucky. Like I literally get to like read this and see it happen, and all these magic humans get around, and they make like a fake fantasy, like something that doesn't exist to happen somehow, and it's so brilliant and fun.
Mhm.
Um, and that's how it felt. Like, how is New York gonna freeze over? How are you gonna do that? Well, you did it. I you did it. And how am I gonna be I'm see-through? I didn't even have dots on my face. How'd you do that? That was
Yeah.
really cool. So yeah, for me, like it was just so fulfilling to because I hadn't seen anything at the screening until like the premiere. I hadn't seen anything. I hadn't seen
Oh
my
wow. So it was like really fresh.
yeah, it was hadn't even seen my like Melody, as a ghost. So that was really cool, like seeing it like go full circle. It was major.
Absolutely. I find it also interesting too because you look at a lot of the projects you've worked on, your family, your sisters and your mom act as well. I've interviewed Olivia and your mom on the show as well, so I'm 3 for 4 with the Lynn family.
You gotta get in that,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know, and then I'm good to go. Would you say that there is this like because all of you have worked in these kind of big kind of worlds, fantasy worlds in a lot of ways. Do you ever talk about kind of specifically your journeys working in these big scale universes? Because I find that really interesting too.
Yeah, I mean Natalie as well. She's done some really cool stuff, like superhero stuff and all of that stuff,
Yeah.
which is so cool. And I've never done anything like that, but which is super interesting. But yeah, we do, and I think that we're just nerds about it. Like anyone would be. Like I'm calling my mom and I'm like, this is so cool. Look at this little puffer thing, or like look, they just made New York and London. Here's literally, how did they do like this is like everything's such big scale and everything's so cool and it never gets boring. And I
Yeah.
love it. We were very just happy. We're just like, how do we get to do this every day? We're so happy. So we talk about it like that. We're just nerds. We're
Oh,
total.
absolutely. And Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Congratulations. You were fantastic in this film. So great chatting with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Kitty, all right. See you later.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.